What's going on, guys? Kieran from Fingers Crossed. Today, as you guys, when I did my Gren week, you guys have viewed my stun build the most. So to kick off for the first Gren Maju in 2021, it's going to be a stun build, considering that is the one that you guys prefer the most. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So obviously we're starting off with 3 Gren Maju. He's the boss monster, he's the man that you're trying to get to. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, he's the boss monster, he's the one that you're trying to get to. He's the win con for this deck. Yeah, he gains 400 attack for each banished card, which, as you all know, you banish a lot. Then we've got 2 Eater of Millions. I only play the 2 because I do have an Extrav in here, so it's just they conflict against each other, so I'm not too keen on having playing more than that, but 2 is necessary. Then moving on, we'll go into 3 Gizmek. Like, obviously the 3 cards we've started with are the most staple cards, I think. There's most staple monsters. In most builds you'll have those 3. Gizmek is just a reoccurring threat or defense, however you want to look at it, being a quick effect to summon. It banishes 8 for you, which fuels your Gren Maju, and then obviously occasionally it does come up that you can banish 3 cards face down from your extra deck to destroy 1 face up monster on the field. That does come up sometimes. Then moving on, we've got 3 Inspector Border. So this card is I'd much prefer this to Fossil Dana, just purely for the fact that 2000, because it has 2000 attack and defense, and Fossil Dana is just so weak. So I do prefer this. Monster summons would be better if they made like a different Inspector Border, like a alternate one that had 2000 attack and defense but stopped summons. That would be crazy. I guess they have the vanities, but you have to tribute for that. But yeah, so this is just a good way to stun your opponents. Summon this, set your back row, and pass your go. Inspector Border is there for 3. I do play the 1 Cyberstein because yes, it is quite a ridiculous amount, like 5,000 just to special summon 1 fusion monster. But if the fusion monster is the last warrior from another planet, where destroy other monsters you control and neither player can summon monsters, so that's a pretty crazy card to get around. Like, if you draw this, you can just play that straight away and that's it, job done. Yeah, so yeah, so I do play the 1 in there. It does come up sometimes. Moving on, so this is the only hand trap I play, is Dimensional Shifter. It's the only one I play because Dimensional Shifter is just so good. Most decks need to use their graveyard, and this says no to any graveyard. So 3 Dimensional Shifter. Then moving on, got the 3 Lava Golem. So Lava Golem, just in case we do have to go second, you can just get rid of 2 of their monsters that are problematic, set your cards, and then deal with that another way. And obviously Gren Maju can get over this with only 10 cards banished. So there's that. Then of course, as customary in most Gren Maju decks, we have got 2 Pot of Desires. Sorry about the glare there. There you go. 2 Pot of Desires. I play 2 Pot of Duality and only the 1 Extrav. So the reason I play it like this is just because Duality works really well with Pot of Extravagance, and obviously Desires is the best way to fuel your monsters. And with this only being 40 cards, I don't play this at 3 because I don't want to draw into another one. Only 1 Extravagance because, like I said, I do have Eater of Millions in here. So yeah, it would be nice to see it, but also I would rather use it for if I need to summon Eater of Millions. So I have those. Then moving on, for the last two spells, we only have Called by the Grave and Dimensional Fissure. So Called by the Grave, just in case you really need to draw those cards from Desires or Extravagance, it just protects you there. And then Dimensional Fissure is just a longer version of Dimensional Shifter. So this card is broken. This card is so good. Then moving on to our traps, we've got 2 Warning Point. So Warning Point is just a good card. It's a better version of Gnome. So when a monster is summoned this turn, that face-up monster cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, it cannot be used as material for a Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, or Link summon. So so with Drytron being kind of a thing at the moment, you would maybe side this out, because Drytron don't really use their extra deck very much, other than for Union Carrier. But for other decks like Virtual Worlds, Zoos, this deck will come in. This deck will really help you out. Then playing 3 evenly matched, because we don't really, not like other Grens, we're trying to OTK. You do want to OTK, but you can survive more in this build if you just get rid of their field, set yours, and then you just try and beat them the next turn. So 3 evenly matched in here. Then again, more banishing, just to try and stun your opponent. Just try and make sure that they can't really do what they want to do on their turn. 2 Dimensional Shifter. Any monster sent to the graveyard is banished instead, so now they can't get their graveyard plays off or anything that they want in the graveyard when they have to go into there, so into banish zone. So, and also this feeds you to your Eater of Millions also. Okay, sorry for the mixed rarities, but I couldn't find my other Ultra, and I'm still working buying more of the secrets, because I think the secrets look so good. Yeah, so Solemn Strike, what more can you say about Solemn Strike? Super good. Just change, like, if you try to do something, like, it's just really good against the monster effects, and most people could, like, what the response that they have to it. It's so satisfying when you've set your back row, it's gone to theirs, you try and do something, they negate it, and then you change strike. It's just so satisfying. Then of course we've got 1 anti-spell fragrance. I just play the 1 because I play 1 Imperial Order also. Yeah, just obviously we don't play a lot of spells, only our pots really, so it doesn't really matter to us. And obviously if you do end up with the Last Warrior from Another Planet on field, you want to protect it from like your lightning storms and stuff like that. So yeah, so 2 of these. Then for the another Macrocosmo, so another banished. Any while this guy's on the field, any card sent to the graveyard is removed from play instead. So it just banishes everything they have. So again, just more banishing stuff. It's just the easiest way to beat people mostly in the meta, because they need to use their graveyard, like I said. Then moving on, last 2 cards, just Dogmatic Punishment. It's just super good. You can essentially, this is 2 pops. So like, because you're just going to send Intis off it if you can. So you're getting a pop with this and a pop with the Intis. So yeah, like these two are just crazy. Okay guys, so moving on to our extra deck now. So yeah, you can just play kind of wherever you want, because we've got so much that just banishes, but obviously there are a few cards that you do need in there. And let's go through them. So of course, 3-link Kuriboh. Link Kuriboh is just such a, like, you need to have it because you play Eater of Millions. And of course, some people, like if you're playing against dinosaurs and stuff like that, it's good to have a Link Kuriboh in there, or at least a Link Spider, just to get rid of that token. So Link Kuriboh is in there for that. Then also, I do play the 2 Relinquished Anima. So Relinquished Anima is really good because people are playing around Geotransversa, and they might make the mistake to play into Anima. I've had people do it. It does come up, People do make that mistake, so it's always good to have in there. Then just a simple Nightmare package. The 3 good ones. We've got Nightmare Cerberus for monsters, you've got Nightmare Phoenix for spells and traps, then you've got Unicorn just to bounce. Pretty self-explanatory. I think most decks I play these in, I don't really ever use them, so maybe I should think about taking them out, but they're in there just in case, and obviously the extra deck is kind of free in a stun build. Then of course, we do play the 2 Last Warrior. The last thing you want is to use your Extravagance and then banish the 1, so you need to play 2 at least. I just rather would sit on, play Cyberstein, use its effect, summon this, and then just sit on this. I would rather do that than sit on Fossil Diner. Just because you just cannot, like, they can't summon at all, and it's just, this card's just crazy. Then of course, we play Dogmatic Punishment. So these are the 3 that I chose to play. Obviously 2 in Tis, just because it's just the most customary one, isn't it? You gotta play in Tis. Just send it, send it, and then pop another card. So Dogmatica, like I said, is 2, and then Fossil Warrior Skull Knight is really similar, only that you have to banish this to target 1 monster on the field and destroy. It does suck that they both target, so they can't out Dragoon, but it is what it is, guys. And then for the final 2 cards in the extra deck, so I play Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. If I had 2, I would play 2 of these just because it's funny. And then you got Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem, just because these are the highest valued, highest attack valued cards that I have. Blue Eyes I bought literally just for Dogmatic Punishment because of its attack, and then I had an Ancient Gear Golem. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'll probably play something like Waking the Dragons in my extra deck, in my side deck, sorry, so that then if they got rid of it, I could summon Blue Eyes. I think that would be super funny. But yeah, I got these guys in here for that. So that's it for the deck profile, guys. I really like doing deck profiles for Stun because it's just super simple, it's super easy, they're fun to play. It annoys the hell out of people when you play trap decks, but they're fun. So yeah, I've played this a few times and it is super good. I do enjoy playing the Stun version. It's the only time I've ever beaten a Dragon Link player is by playing a Stun version of Gren Maju, and this deck is just, like, Gren Maju is just one of my favourite monsters, if not the favourite. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please like, please subscribe. We're getting better every day. We're edging towards that 200 subscriber mark. I think when we get to 300, I'll probably do a giveaway. But yeah, super happy with what's going on with this community, guys. Growing, more and more subscribers every day. And I really appreciate you guys' support. So thanks you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.